Hey guys, Paul Price here. Today I want to talk about why I think the low housing inventory is killing the rental markets. Stick with me to find out more. I did a search yesterday for properties under 200,000. I'm just looking for something to buy here. I also filtered for just the zip codes that we typically buy in. And in those zip codes, you would normally see probably dozens, if not hundreds, of houses for sale under $200,000. So boy, was I shocked when my search criteria only returned 5 results. And these 5 properties weren't exactly cheap. This inventory shortage is definitely why we're having such a hard time finding things to buy. Our business model relies on us being able to purchase properties at a deep discount, where we can then add value to these properties by repairing them and turning them into rental properties that generate income, allowing us to make a return on our investment within a few years. At current prices, this market is definitely hindering our ability to do business today. For example, look at the least expensive property on this list. This bottom property, the cheapest one here, is $59,900. And I pulled that one up. Now, let me mention this. When I ran this yesterday, I ran this search with a filter of show me only active listings. Now, you'll see here that this one says pending, continue to show. Yesterday, this was not pending. So this is something that's happened in the last few hours here. But I don't usually go look at pending properties because I find that to be a waste of time. Pending, continue to show, if you don't know, means that the property has an offer, a deal is in the works, and continue to show means that the other agents can continue to show the property and possibly make offers or try to outbid the people who've already made an offer. And you don't want to get into those situations where you're multiple offers and bidding and all that you're never going to get a good deal that way. So usually when I see something's pending, I just move on to something else. But I just wanted to throw that in there. But basically, everything on this list was active yesterday. I wanted to show you the pictures. Here's the outside of the house. Looks like it's got a newer heat and air system, and it's got a nice lot. Doesn't look too bad from the road. If you look at the details, it's what we typically buy. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, about 900 square feet. It was built in 1915. But I noticed down here it says owner agent. So this guy is supposed to be the owner. I looked it up online on our local KGIS system and to see who the owner was, and it's coming back to a Hensley. And it actually looks like the last 2 or 3 owners have been Hensley. It looks like they paid $30,000 for it in 2013. And then, as you can see, it might have been inherited because you've got 3 people with the same last name. And I'm guessing, and as that was the 1st of February here, that was probably due to, I'm going to say, probably an inheritance. Maybe someone passed away and they left that to their children or something like that. And I'm assuming since this guy has a different name than Hensley, that he just purchased that property. So I asked him about that, and he said yes, he just acquired the property, and he's just going to do a quick flip on it. He didn't have time to renovate it or do anything with it. So I don't know what kind of money he has in it or what kind of deal he made with the family on this property. But I said, I'm interested. It's the cheapest one in town right now, so looks decent on the outside. Let me set up a showing for it. And he said, well, the back door is open. Just come and look at it. And if you're interested, give me a call. So when he said the back door is open, I thought, well, he probably just left it unlocked so he doesn't have to run over there and show it because he knows he's going to get a bunch of calls from investors and people like that. So let me show you what I found. So when we got there, I walked around to the back of the house and I actually pulled my phone out and started doing a little recording. You can see here the heat and air system over there on the side of the house. I can see here that right above the window there's some rotten fascia board on the side of the house. There's some loose shingles on the roof. There's some overgrown bushes here, and there's the backyard, and here's the back door that he was speaking of, and it is open. It has actually been busted in by somebody. Looks like somebody kicked it open, but water heaters on the back porch here. Looks like the washer and dryer connections here too. This is a little built-in back porch. The floor is kind of soft on it. It goes right up into the kitchen, and you can see here this is kind of a small little kitchen. And then this room was either a dining room, or it looks like they might have used it as a living room. And then this looks like a bedroom here on the front, and that has a door over to the left there that goes out onto the front porch, which we've had a couple of houses that have two entranceways off the front porch, which is kind of strange, but we've owned a couple of houses like that, and it must have been popular in the 30s or 40s or whenever these houses were built. Now this looks like it, to me, would either be like a living room. It looks like they may have used it as a bedroom. It's got some, there's a headboard, a footboard, and the floor is in pretty rough shape there, and there's a mattress up against the wall. This is a little hallway. To the right here is a bathroom. It's in pretty rough shape. The floor is a little weak. There's a little hole beside the bathtub there. It needs a total remodel, really, on the bathroom there. And then you can see the floor is in pretty rough shape here in the hallway too. And then there's two little closets on either side, and that's going back into that living dining room area. And then this is back out on the back porch, and then outside. Walking around the side of the house, you can see here's the entrance to the crawl, and then there's the front porch, and you can see it's got two doors, one entering into kind of the living room area, and then the other one on the left going into that front bedroom. So the house is not in horrible shape. It needs a lot of work, but for almost $60,000, that's a lot to pay for a house that needs as much work as this one does. As you can see, this house needs easily $20,000 to $30,000 worth of work, and at the price of $59,000, which nobody's really negotiating on right now. You can see it's been on the market less than 24 hours, and it's already got a pending offer. So you're probably going to pay that much or more for it. And on top of that, if you had to put $20,000 or $30,000 into it, you're going to have close to $90,000 in this house. For us to feel like we're getting a good return on our money, and by that I mean we're getting our money back out of the house in a reasonable amount of time, we need to see a 1.5% to 2% per month return on rent. So, because we buy and hold is what we do. That's what we do. We don't flip houses particularly. We mainly buy and hold. So if we buy this house, fix it up, we have $90,000 in it. That means at 1.5%, we got to get $1,350 out of it. At 2%, we'd have to get $1,800, and that's per month in rent to make our house get enough return to pay us back quickly. At that rate, we would get our money back in about 4 to 6 years, and we get all our money back, and then everything after that is profit. Currently, a house like this, which we have a lot of, they rent between $650 $700 a month. And in this neighborhood, it should easily rent for $700 a month. But $700 a month is only $8,400 a year. And so if you have a $90,000 house that and you're getting $8,400 a year, it's going to take you over 10 years, almost 11 years, to get your money back. And that's just too long. This example sheds light on the problem that we're seeing in the market right now. Prices are going up so fast that, people who are investing like us, who are buy and hold investors, can't really afford to purchase a property and fix it up and then start renting it if we're not going to get the type of returns we need to make it, feasible for us. And you're seeing, we don't even use mortgages, which means that we could probably pay a little bit more than some other people, but we still don't want to overpay for properties. But if you're using a mortgage, there's just no way you can make the numbers work especially if you get down to 1% or less in a gross return per month, it's almost impossible to make the numbers work out with a mortgage and taxes and insurance and repairs and vacancies and all that. You're just a losing proposition. So you really need the market to kind of come back down and to cool off a little bit. We need some more supply. That may be coming. There's a lot of talk that people are behind on mortgages and there may be some foreclosures coming. I don't know if I believe that, because I feel like personally right now, if you have a house that you can't pay for and you're behind on your mortgage, you should be able to put it up on the market and sell it. I mean, even if you just bought it a few months ago, the prices are going up so fast that you probably could make money on it and pay off the loan. Now, you're not going to have a house. You're probably going to have to go get an apartment or something, but you're not underwater like you were in 2007 and 8 when people, they got behind on their mortgages and then they owed more on the house than it's worth. Then you're upside down in a house. That's a whole different position. I don't see anybody being upside down right now. So until that happens, I think people still have the out of being able to just sell the property and walk away from it. Only time will tell what happens in the foreclosures and all that. But another thing you can do right now, and there again, this is providing that the market continues to just go up and up and up like it's doing, is you could do a retail flip, which would be to buy a house like this, fix it up, and then put it on the market. Believe it or not, in our area, these houses are selling for $130, $140, $150 fixed up. So if I bought it and fixed it up and had it looking really good, I'd probably have to put a little bit more in it than the $30,000 to get that kind of out of it. I'm fixing it up to rent, so I'm not going to put granite countertops and all that kind of jazz in it. But if you wanted to fix it up really nice for an end buyer, put in granite, put in the really nice tile and the fancy bathrooms and kitchens and all that, you could probably spend another $10,000 or so. You'd have about $100,000 in it, and then you could put it on the market and sell it for around $130,000 to $150,000. And you could walk away with a nice little profit. And I think that is what we're seeing happen with some of these properties that we would be buying and fixing up to rent, that the other buyers, or the flippers, are doing that right now. Even though I've bought and sold many properties over the years, I much prefer a buy and hold strategy over a flipping strategy. Most people don't realize it takes a lot more knowledge and experience to do a flip and to make it profitable. And if you don't understand what you're doing, you can lose a lot of money there. This low housing inventory situation has created a strong seller's market. Having low supply and high demand gives the sellers a huge advantage over buyers right now. When there are more buyers competing for the available inventory, sellers can demand higher prices for their homes and properties will sell very quickly. We had a similar situation back in 2006 and 7, where we had a lot of demand coupled with easy financing that created a hot seller's market. This drove up prices and made it very difficult to find deals. Having lived through all that, I'm going to do what I've always done in these situations, which is work harder, drive more neighborhoods, research more vacant properties, contact more wholesalers, network more within our real estate industry, and look at more properties. I've found when you do these things, you will find those elusive deals. Believe me, they're out there. Going forward, my goal is to continue to buy and hold properties. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you know when we release new videos. And if you'd like more information on real estate investing, go to retirerichwithrealestate.com. Until next time, I'm Paul Price, teaching you how to retire rich with real estate.